This is the 3D VIEW-MASTER classic tale Wolfman. Gypsies say a werewolf is a man who changes into a savage beast to become half man, half wolf. Werewolves are reluctant victims of an evil curse. At full moon, their hands become hairy. Their fingernails turn into claws. They grow wolf-like fangs. Even today, legend says that werewolves are seen prowling the countryside in search of hapless human victims. VIEW-MASTER Reel 1, The Legend. Picture 1. The year was 1902. The setting, a quaint gypsy camp. Moving in circus wagons, the nomadic gypsies stayed in one place only long enough to trade goods and present theatrical shows. In the vanishing glow of twilight, a gypsy woman warmed herself by the campfire. Gypsies were singing and dancing. No one among them realized the danger. Nearby, an old man gathering firewood would soon be attacked by a werewolf. Picture 2. A blood-chilling roar echoed through the pine forest. The huge beast lunged at the old man, who might easily have been killed. But the gypsies, hearing his frantic cries for help, came to the rescue. Clearly outnumbered, the animal-like creature howled angrily and disappeared into the woods. Picture 3. Next morning, in a hilltop castle east of town, Baron Anton Sabo read the headlines in the daily news to his son, Gerald. "Look at this," he muttered. "What a strange event. Imagine! Wolf attacks right here in our village." Startled, Gerald knocked over his water glass. He turned away as his mind filled with dread. Picture 4. Meanwhile, the major of Vatra Company greeted an important guest, Dr. Paul Lawrence, an internationally known botanist. The doctor had come to the Balkans searching for a rare type of wolfsbane, an herb found only in that region. He brought his young children along. Their mother had died a few years earlier, and they traveled with their father during school vacations. Picture 5. A gypsy woman gave Dr. Lawrence a copy of the newspaper. Pointing to the headline, she warned, "Don't believe it, sir. It wasn't really a wolf that attacked the old man. It was a werewolf. I was there. I saw it with my own eyes." The doctor smiled and turned away. He was a first-rate scientist and did not believe in such Balkan superstitions as werewolves. Picture 6. The doctor hurried Tom and Sarah to their room at the village inn. They changed clothes and then went into the forest. "There's not much daylight left," Dr. Lawrence told his children as they tagged along behind. "Perhaps we can find some wolfsbane before the sun goes down." The professor was so intent on his work that soon he and the children became separated. The children were lost. Night was rapidly descending as they wandered through the dense forest. Picture 7. Tom and Sarah came upon the Baron Sabo's magnificent castle. The Baron's son, Gerald, eyed them warily as they approached the courtyard. Next, Reel 2. Attack of the Wolf Man. Picture 1. The old Baron came to the door. "Gerald, are these children lost? Bring them in." Turning to the young Americans, he assured them that they were welcome to stay the night. The frightened youngsters accepted the invitation. It was their first chance to see inside a castle. Suddenly, Gerald's eyes appeared wild. Excuse me, father, I'm not feeling well." He tugged at his collar and ran from the room. Picture 2. The Baron gazed absently at the moonrise, while Tom took Sarah by the arm. Stories the gypsy woman told them now rang true. "Come on," Tom whispered, "let's follow the Baron's son." The children came upon the transforming Gerald down the great hall. Gerald's hands became hairy. His fingernails changed into razor-sharp claws. He was growing wolf-like fangs. Soon he was half man, half wolf. Picture 3. Seconds ticked by. Tom and Sarah stood transfixed. A horrible snarl erupted from the creature's throat. The children wondered what to do next. The wolfman had no such difficulty. His animal instincts told him to fight or run. Choosing the forest over the confines of the castle, the beast bounded out the window and over the stone wall. The children scrambled to the opening, watching as the werewolf raced downhill. "Tom, look where he's going." "Father's there. We must find somewhere. He's in great danger. We must find him." The gypsy woman said, "There'd be trouble." Tom said, "You'd better stay here." "No," Sarah insisted. "I'm scared, but I'm going." Picture 4. Sarah's fears were well founded. The werewolf had slyly crept to the spot where the children had last seen their father. Although shadows loomed in the dark forest, Dr. Lawrence was still searching for rare herbs by the light of the full moon. The botanist was totally unprepared for the savage werewolf that stalked him. Picture 5. The children took a shortcut through the gypsy camp. "Father may need more help than we can give," Sarah said. As they approached the camp, the children heard gypsy music and glimpsed the campfire. They ran to the woman they had met earlier in the village. The gypsy lady listened as the children told her about Gerald. "Werewolves are afraid of fire," she said, grabbing a torch from the campfire. "It is better to be prepared for the worst." The three began a desperate search for Dr. Lawrence, and they found him just in time. As Wolfman lunged at the doctor, the gypsy thrust a torch at him. The werewolf howled in anguish and ran away. Picture 6. Wolfman ran across the moonlight landscape and was joined by howling vicious wolves. They disappeared into the thick forest. Picture 7. The gypsy woman returned to help Dr. Lawrence and the children. "It's only a short distance to my people. They will welcome you. Come, your father needs rest. He has been wounded." Next, Reel 3. The Curse. Picture 1. Having treated the doctor, the gypsy decided that she'd meet Baron Anton face to face and warn him about the curse on his son. The children returned with her to the gloomy castle. "You know why I'm here, Baron Anton," she said. "It is the curse. You have neglected it too long." "I know," said the Baron, nervously shifting his eyes to avoid the woman's accusing finger. "I have closed my heart and mind to it. What can I do?" "Well, sir," the woman replied, "among my people, a legend says the devil's curse will be no more when stopped by the moon's quicksilver. I've heard the legend, the Baron said, slowly stroking his cane. This cane head is pure silver. Perhaps I could use it to fashion a silver bullet. The gypsy woman nodded silently in agreement. Picture 2. In his laboratory, the Baron melted down his wolf's head cane. He poured the molten silver into a small mold. Finally, a silver bullet to stop his son. Picture 3. Meanwhile, a short distance from the medieval castle, wolfmen ravaged the countryside. Gerald threw back his head, howling his brutal anger at the full moon. The Baron grimly loaded his gun. Cruel fate had determined the course that lay ahead. In order to stop the wolf, he must shoot his son. Picture 4. The Baron insisted it would be safer if they remained in the castle, but Tom and Sarah determined to go with him. The three people began their grim journey in silence. The trail was easy. Drifting fog covered the forest floor. Soon the howling of wolves came closer and closer. The werewolf lunged for the children. Picture 5. The Baron hesitated. He knew the werewolf was his son. A single shot, he murmured. I must remain steady. Then, remembering the gypsy woman's final words of advice, the aging nobleman took a deep breath, aimed for the heart, not the head, squeezed the trigger and fired. Picture 6. The Baron knelt by his son's side. To the Baron's great relief, Gerald did not die, but began to lose his wolf-like features. The curse had been removed forever. Gerald would never again become a werewolf. He recovered in his father's arms. Picture 7. The group went to the gypsy camp. Sarah and Tom were overjoyed to find their father getting better. It was the herbal remedies that cured him, the gypsy said. Baron Anton walked slowly from the camp with his son, Gerald. All were certain they'd never forget the gypsy legend, which cured the dreadful curse of the wolf man.